Hi everyone, I'm back with another journal. It's a Lise Anderson handmade journal. This one I am calling the Poker Player's Logbook, and there is 7 signatures. 4 of them are, you know, like stacked paper signatures, and 3 of them are just envelopes that I made. So let me make sure I'm in frame. I'm sorry if my camera jiggles. Like I've said in previous videos, I do not have a tripod. My setup is it's a selfie stick that I have like wedged between my desk and this beam between 2 windows in my art room, and then it like across my desk, so it's like hovering right there, and my cell phone is inside of it. And there was a couple people who messaged me through Facebook that asked what kind of phone I use or camera. I use a Galaxy S7 from Verizon. It's a really good camera. They said it, as far as cameras go, on phones for Verizon, through Verizon, including the iPhones, they said that this one was the best one for the camera. I think it's a 16 megapixel. Anyway, I'm kind of a tech geek. So anyway, so this is the Poker Player's Logbook. On the front is some distressed cards, all aces, because I like aces. And the way I distress my cards is I lay them down. I use a sanding block, which I've mentioned before, and I don't remember actually where I put my sanding block, but anyway, it's just like one of those sanding blocks, and I just scrape it and across it until I get to the right, what feels right to me, or what I want, the amount of distressing. And then I go back through and I take just a nail file, and I go around the edges, all around the edges, and I make sure I get partially on the front of the card, or the side that it's going to be showing. And then, because that makes the ink really set in on the edges. And then I go around with, first I did, some of them I did 3 different colors. Some of them I did this distress ink right here, the walnut stain. And then there's this archival ink potting soil. And then the archival ink in jet black. So there's 3 different inks. Black went on last. Some of them I just did the walnut with the black. And then others, ones that I used as journal cards in here, I just used the archival black and potting soil. So just to be sure that, you know, nothing smudges off or whatever. So that's how I distress my cards. Also, I go back through after staining. I go back through with a nail file and I sand off parts of it to expose some of the white to age it more. So on the cover, it's not sewn on directly to my cover, but yeah, that was a pain in the butt. You'll see why in a minute when I open it up, because I measured it so that it folded over, and then the pocket on the inside, and I did the same on the back side too. The dangle is, here are just some sari silk. This dangle I made using one of those, I don't know, the people that make earrings and stuff would know. One of those little pins to make earrings, and just stacked some of these dice in red squares, and then hung a little lucky number 7 on the bottom, and it's hung by a little gold clothespin right there, or whatever that. Anyway, so let's dive in. Oh, and on the back is just some poker chips on the back, and the back is just plain. I didn't put So the tie closure is inside. Oh, hang on.
Mama.
What? Okay. Sorry about that. So inside, the closure is just this, it's kind of this stretchy lace. And it is hidden inside the pockets on this side, and on this other side it is hidden behind this little door. Let's see if, make sure you can see it. It's kind of a long book, as you can tell. So this is a little button that I sewed onto a piece of card that I also distressed, and then this is just glued on behind it, and then a little bit of tassel there. And then this is a piece of, it's kind of like a finding. It's like a found object. I found it in a thrift store. It was with a bunch of buttons. So, yeah. So you just pull it out like you would a belt, and then open it up. And this whole thing is a pocket right in here. And there's, I believe this is what they would call, I think this is kind of like a royal flush almost. So anyway, these are all distressed cards. You can write on the, they can be written on the back. I suppose on the front too. Or you could just leave them that way. So these just tuck in here. This is also a pocket. I'm going to grab. My kids are a little loud. I apologize. I think on my last, Attica, you need to be quiet. Just for a little bit. I know, it's just excruciating. Anyway, this is also a pocket right in here. Little tuck spot pocket. And right here is where I made a little surgical incision. And it's glued back behind here, this closure part. So it's totally hidden inside. And so then you just slip that in. This is kind of a little bit tricky, but it's worth it because it looks cool. Because I spent a lot of time figuring out, because I really wanted this to be like a little hidden pocket. I have something sticky on my, I have glue on my hands. It's making my hands sticky. So yeah, you just slide it in there. And then, just like a belt, it closes back up. Kind of cool. Or you can just cut that off. I don't know if it irritates you. So anyway, this is the first signature, and it's just a single envelope, and it opens up. I don't have anything in this yet. I do plan on putting a few more embellishments in here, as far as, not embellishments, tags and whatnot. This is some embossed map. I kept it to only a couple different things for stamping, because obviously I don't have any card stamps, so I just went with a map, you know, because don't they travel to do poker tournaments? So the back side of the envelope, there's a little pin here that's holding on some cheesecloth and a little oh, I think that's a abalone shell. Is that what that is? That's been like colored. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that like it's like a shell kind of thing. So it just dangles there, and this is just something you can add something in there. It just helps keep that closed. Fold out. This folds out, and you can write all on it. This is meant to just be written in. More map stamping. This one is not embossed. All the papers are tea stained. There are a couple coffee stained ones, but most of them are just tea stained. And then this, so this is this paper pack. I wanted to show that real quick, if I can get it out of my pile of, I'm working on another journal, so I have all this, oh God, I'm sorry. All this crap stacked next to me. This is the paper pack that I got. These paper, this paper, I think I got it at, I want to say this one came from Hobby, no. It either came from Hobby Lobby or Walmart. because Walmart has some decent paper selections too. So this one's just like a designer paper, color whatever that, I don't know, I have no idea. Anyway, but that's the paper pack. I'll give a quick little glance through, because I know I'm not the only one that loves looking at paper. I mean, I could seriously just, I've spent way too much time like looking at all those mixed media ephemera lots on eBay, and I actually bought some because I do swag bucks. I do different things like that earn points, and so when I get free gift cards, I get them for eBay or Amazon. And I had a $10 one, and I used it to buy a big stack of ephemera. And this was also inside it, so all those. So, and I'm probably, when I open up my Etsy shop, I'm going to be passing some of those findings along. So anyway, back to this. Hopefully I haven't lost you here. So this is the craft paper. This is craft paper. It comes in like a pack, a paper pack, just like that other paper does. And I got that one from Walmart. Some logbook paper. Little card right here that I just glued onto the edge. You can write on it. I sanded it down. Some tea stain tracing paper. There's some.
You won't my butt.
Okay, I might have to redo this video. I'll be right back. Apparently I need to go wipe my son's butt. I'll be right back. Alright, I've returned from my mission. My butt wiping mission. Okay, I am not even going to bother editing this. You know what? It's real life. This is life here. So, yeah. For those who do not have kids, I apologize, but not. Sorry, not sorry. It's the way it is. And I have twins, and busy twins. Very, very busy twins. But they're really good kids. Anyway, so this is all from the same paper pack. There's some washi tape there, folded out. I take a lot of time with my tea dyeing and coffee dyeing. I see a lot of videos where people, you know, say, I don't know how that happened with my with the tea stain, but it just turned out really good. I like to figure out how to replicate it, and then I replicate it. So I might, when I'm not doing a video on this, I might go into it in more detail, because there are a lot of people that ask for processes for tea dyeing and coffee dyeing. And everybody does something different. And, hold on, there's a turn. So when I'm not doing a flip through, I might go over some of how I get some of those reactions. Anyway, more stamping there. And then in the center of each signature, I opted out of doing envelopes, since 3 signatures of the 7 are envelopes. And instead, I just took a whole punch, a circle punch, and I punched out some cards. There's clubs, diamonds, spades, and hearts all in here. And the back side is just like that. And I basically just sandwiched the string between them and distressed them, sanded them down, inked them up. So yeah, I used waxed cotton thread again for this journal. There isn't a lot of sewing. There's a few pages that are sewn, more tracing paper. Some more stamping there. There's a little bit of sewing right here where I sewed on a little piece right there. Basically, my pages weren't long enough to cover the length of my book, but I wanted it long, and so that's why I did that. And I think it I don't know, I just really like how it turned out. Some more sewing there. Stamping. More sewing. A stamp. So as you can see, lots of writing space. Center of the second signature is a spade and a heart. And the back sides. I got the idea of doing these on a string from, I don't know her first name. Is it Cheryl? I don't remember. From Ephemera's Vintage Garden. She does hearts on a string in some of her books. And so instead I took her idea and used it for these little cards. To add a little detail there. So thank you. And her channel is really awesome. I'm sure most people know about her channel. Some more tracing paper, more logbook paper. Flip out. This has some lines that were stained on. This is the second envelope signature. And on here, this one doesn't have fabric on it, but it has some embossed little pocket watch, another little clip to keep it closed, and also to clip other things. And this is actually a pocket, if I can find. I'll just take this. So this is actually a pocket right in here. So you can tuck something in there too. Some washi tape. My kids are pretending to be the Avengers in the background. Center of this signature, again, is club and a diamond. And the back of them. I tried not to emboss on the actual pages much because I wanted this to be able to be written in a lot. Like this is one of the embossed pages. There's only a few of them. The rest are just like stamping that you could write over. And then this is the next signature. More tracing paper. Center of this signature, and this one's a heart and a spade. And that's the back side. You can flip over, you naughty little thing. Back side of those. Oh my goodness, my kids are so loud. Map, mother map stamp. This is has a joker on that one. And then the last signature is the third envelope. I sewed on some different textile fabrics, and then underneath I glued on this piece, and I kind of tore off some of the strings, so it's, and then little clip here to keep it closed and to clip things on the back. The back has some pocket watch detail, and then on the front there's also this little pin that has one of those little, sorry if I was out of frame, like one of those little abalone shells, and then a little crown, like a queen crown, and it's attached by a little pin there, and then an embossed pocket watch right there. And then on the back pocket is, inside of that is a little notebook that I made of some cut-offs. So has lots of paper in that one actually. So lots and lots and lots of journaling space in this journal, and lots of little touches that I added, like the sewn fabrics and, oh my goodness. Anyway, before my kids start going absolutely insane, I'm going to end this video because apparently they know that I'm busy and think they can get away with climbing like monkeys on the furniture. So, get back here. If you like this journal, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, share it, do what you want to do. But I hope to hear from you. And I do intend on opening up an Etsy shop soon. And so this one will definitely be on there. And that's the top of it, just so get all the views here. So yeah, I think that's about all. I will see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching.